So if I could, let me read our script and then we can proceed. As chair of Division 2 of the House Finance Committee, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and in accordance with House Rule 67 and the governor's emergency order number 12, and pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. This public meeting is pertaining to HB1 and HB2 and amendments that we need to work on today. Please note that there is no physical location for members of the public to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting. However, in accordance with Emergency Order 1, I am confirming that all members of the committee and select legislative staff have the ability to communicate contemporaneously during this meeting through the Zoom electronic meeting platform, and the public has access to contemporaneously listen and, if necessary, participate in this meeting by the Zoom platform or by telephone. All necessary access information has been made available in the House calendar and through the electronic calendar on the General Court website. The notice for this meeting complies with House rules and RSA 91A. Anyone who has a problem accessing the meeting should email lba_fiscal@leg.state.nh.us. In the event the public is unable to access the meeting will be adjourned and rescheduled. LBA staff are on the meeting assisting us. Please note that all votes that are taken during this meeting shall be done by roll call vote. Let's start the meeting by taking a roll call attendance. When each member states their presence, please also state whether there is anyone in the room with you during this meeting, which is required under the right to know law. Representative Petrie, would you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Representative Turcotte for Danielson.
Representative Turcotte is in Barrington at my house. I am in my office alone.
Thank you. Representative Petrie is here. And I am same scenario. My wife is roaming around and the dog is still roaming around. Representative Myrna for Representative Lynn.
I'm home and alone.
Thank you. Representative Lay for Representative Bucco.
I am home in Jaffrey and I am alone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Representative Heath.
Mary Heath here in Manchester, and I too am home alone.
Representative Murray.
Good morning. Kate Murray is here in Newcastle with the dog, and David's in the basement.
Thank you. All right, very good. We're all here.
Representative
And
Petrie,
Representative Umberger. You caught me. You caught me.
Yes, Representative Umberger, and I'm in Kearsarge, and my husband is in the house.
Sorry about that, and welcome.
Oh, that's okay. So, first of all, welcome everyone who is not normally on Division 2. We're glad to have you this morning. What our procedures are is that we basically mute ourselves, and if we have questions, we raise our hand. And then I will call on people in the order that they have raised their hands most of the time. Sometimes I miss it, but everybody that wants to say something has an opportunity to do that. So Mickey sent out some documents last night, and I guess they overwhelmed my computer. Did everyone get them? Okay, everybody got them. I'm I'm going to be switching between the website and what Mickey's doing. So if, Mickey, if you could, I think you've got this in a good order, and that we will go forward with the order that you have identified. So if we could, please go ahead.
Sure. I think I'm going to ask Andrea to share the screen again. This worked pretty well in our previous work sessions. And I think perhaps we start with the House Bill 2 tracking document, which is the portrait, there we go, portrait-oriented schedule that shows everything that was in House Bill 2 assigned to us, as well as some new amendments proposed, as well as the division's actions to date. So Representative Umberger, did you just want to go in order, just right through, or is there anything you wanted to jump around to?
No, I think we can just go in order, and if there are, you know, if there are questions or we want to pass over something, we can do that, and then we can figure out at the end where we are. Okay, and so please, and I think that it's a logical approach to what we need to do today.
Okay. So in that case, the first section of House Bill 2 I would point to is on page 22, sections 45 and 46. And this is relative to the calculation of adequate education grants. If you recall, the governor had recommended change for the biennium that would essentially lift up the free and reduced lunch ADM counts in recognition of the pandemic's effect on those counts being reported to the department and used for calculating adequate education grants for the next 2 years. I have no amendments to make any changes to this. And as you know, the amounts appropriated in the budget align with this change in the estimates provided by the department.
Mickey, what is this called on the website?
So if you're on the website, I think it's called HB2 tracking sheet.
Okay, sorry, down to the first one or the second one?
So there's there's a budget tracking sheet, and then I think it's like the third black bullet down. There's HB2
Okay.
tracking sheet as of 3/24/21.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay. And which item are we looking at? Excuse me.
Page 22, sections 45 and 46.
Okay, okay. Does anyone have any comments, questions? Okay, seeing none, could I have a motion to accept sections 44 through 46 of HB 2?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Turcott seconds. I believe it's sections 45 and 46, not 44 though.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, 45 and 46, excuse me. Thank you, Len. Okay, I had no discussion before, so is there anything that anyone wants to say? Seeing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative, let me see here. I'm sorry. Myrna.
Yes.
Thank you. Representative Lay,
Yes.
Representative Heath,
You're muted, Representative Heath.
Yes. Heath votes yes. Sorry.
thank you. Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
thank you. Representative Umberger,
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Okay, next one, the next one is public school infrastructure transfer.
Yep, so the next one is relative to sections 48 through 50 in House Bill 2, and we have amendment 0957H. And this is the first amendment in the House Bill 2 amendment packet that was sent out. Thank you, Andrea. So this amendment essentially does three things. The first, if you recall, the governor's budget recommended transferring $15 million a year from the Education Trust Fund to the Public School Infrastructure Fund. This section and this amendment in section 48 reduces that amount to $1 million per year, effectively freeing up $14 million a year for other uses. The next item that this amendment affects is, under current law, the Public School Infrastructure Fund was set to repeal at the end of this biennium, fiscal 21. The governor's budget had kicked that date out for 2 years because of the recommendation of adding more money to the fund. This amendment, if you scroll down, Andrea, you'll see on line 17, that prospective repeal is repealed. Therefore, there is no statutory end date to this fund pursuant to this amendment. So there would be no deadline to expend the funds or anything like that. And the last change right above that on lines 13 through 16 is language that essentially says that in order to be eligible for a grant, it needs to be determined that the school did not have any federal stimulus dollars available to it to meet the needs that they're asking for from the Public School Infrastructure Fund. This would be something the commission, in consultation with the department, would determine prior to awarding a grant.
Okay, are there any questions on this amendment? Okay, seeing none. Could I have a motion to accept amendment 0957H?
So moved, Representative Turcotte.
Keith will second.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other discussion? Seeing none. Representative Petrie, would you call the roll, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcotte,
Representative Turcotte votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you very much. Okay, so. All right. Mickey, next.
So moving on, the final set of sections in House Bill 2 for this division to deal with is sections 116 to 120 relative to CCSNH and USNH. Representative Turcotte has an amendment redrafted from yesterday, 0986H, which begins on page 3 of your amendment packet. And I think I'll defer to Representative Turcotte to walk everyone through the amendment and the changes from yesterday.
Representative Turcotte, would you please accomplish that?
Certainly. Not a lot of huge changes in it, only 3 to be specific. Otherwise, it's exactly the same as the one we reviewed yesterday. The first change is the date of April 1st, which was the date that the commission shall recommend legislation. That is now January 1st, 2022. The second change is the makeup of the committee. In discussions yesterday in our hearing, we talked about removing the Speaker of the House designee and the President of the Senate designee and putting those two positions appointments to the governor. So now those two are removed and the governor will make 3 appointments. And the only other change is the funding for it. It was recommended, I think, Chairperson Umberger recommended the funding on that, and that's set at 1.5 million for the commission. And that's it.
Okay, is there any discussion on this? Representative Murray.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to thank everybody for the discussion yesterday. It's really hard to do amendments through emails. And it was really helpful, at least for me, to have rather a broad-ranging discussion yesterday on some of these issues. So I appreciate the discussion and everybody's patience. So thank you.
Representative Heath.
Madam Chair, thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to withdraw our amendment and also thank Representative Turcott. We've had good conversations and we agree our purpose was to try and slow this process down a bit. And I think we've accomplished what we need to do. So thank you all.
Thank you, Representative Heath. Is there any further discussion? I would really like to thank everybody that has worked on this, and Representative Turcott in particular, because sometimes it's hard to put the words on the paper. It's easy to criticize. And so I think that that we have a good amendment, and I think that we will find this to be the right way to go. So, all right. Could I have a motion on amendment 0986?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Heath seconds.
Thank you. Okay. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner for Lynn.
Representative Murner votes yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you all very much. And we have worked very hard on this, and I appreciate it. Representative Turcott, you have your hand raised.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to seriously thank everybody who was involved in this. There were, as I said yesterday, a lot of competing interests, and I received a lot of input, a lot of discussion, and I just want to thank everybody who was involved.
Thank you for that comment. It is so true. Okay, Mickey, what's next?
So the next amendment, we're going to go down to the subsection for new sections. We've now taken votes on everything in House Bill 2 as introduced that it came to the committee. So that's a good accomplishment. We're done with that. We do have 5 new House Bill 2 amendments still to discuss. The first being 0988H relative to funding for the dual and concurrent enrollment program. If you recall, we previously adopted an amendment 0852H to move the administration of the program from DOE to CCSNH. This appropriation here would provide $1.5 million per year to the community college system to administer and fund this program.
Mickey, before we do this, I would like to go back to the HB1 We had moved that down to 1 million each year. And I'd like to discuss the items that we're looking at in HB1 in those dollars instead, before we tackle them individually, because I guess I call it a package. So if we could do that, I would appreciate it.
Okay. So Andrea, do you want to jump over to the budget tracking sheet for me? Is this the document here you're referring to, Representative?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So on row 1, and also it appears, or excuse me, yeah, we'll stick with row 1. So this is the reduction to the public school infrastructure fund that we already just approved with amendment 0957H. So you'll see that $14 million a year reduction to that initiative that we approved in House Bill 2. Do you want me to do these in order, or do you want me to jump back to the dual and concurrent enrollment now?
No, just do them in order. We'll get through them all and then go down and do whatever we need in amendments if we could.
Okay, sure. So the next item on here does not have a House Bill 2 appropriation. This would be a House Bill 1 section, or is House Bill 1 change to the line for special education aid in the Department of Education's budget. Representative Umberger has a proposal to increase the aid in this program to fund what is the estimated full reimbursement without proration for the special education aid program, formerly known as the catastrophic aid program. So Andrea has the page up there. Currently in the budget as introduced, there's $30.8 million per year. You'll see the proposed increase per year that would hopefully result in no proration.
Are there any questions or comments? Is there anyone that has a problem with making this change in HB1? Okay, seeing none. I guess I need a motion to increase the special education fund by $5,569,000. Can I have a motion on that, please?
Keith would move that motion to increase the amount by, 5 million, was it?
5 million, yeah.
5 million.
Yeah.
Chair, thank you.
And just to clarify, it would be the exact amount on the sheet that Andrea has shared now. So 2,452,000 in the first year and 3,117,000 in the second year, for a total of 5,569,000. Just as we'll be precise, I just want to make sure it's a precise motion there.
Murray can second.
Representative Petrie, could you make the motion, please?
I got a question. What exactly? So we're voting just on this, on these lines.
That's correct.
Okay, very good. All right, I'll call a roll.
No, you need to make the motion first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
I thought Mary
Oh.
made the motion.
Well, I had it. Heath and Murray second, but
Okay,
whatever you accept, Madam Chair.
okay, we have Representative Heath made the motion, is that correct?
That is correct, Madam Chair.
And Representative Murray seconded. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. You can call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Murna, yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Okay. Thank you all. The next item here is the startup grants for for kindergarten. And we had sent out SB 82 for everyone to look at. And as I understand it, this was simply overlooked in whatever went on with getting the budget approved in 2019. So this is to provide the startup grants to several towns that were expecting that money in the last budget, which did not occur for, whatever reason. Are there any questions on this? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Turcott second.
Thank you very much. Mr. Clerk, you can call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott, yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Murna, yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you all very much. Okay. The next item down is, we're spending money that we don't have, but that's okay. This is the transfer of $22 million to the general fund. And this is so that we can fund the items that are in the next group. Is that correct, Mickey?
That's correct. So based on all the items that you do have before you today, this would be the transfer required to essentially fund those. So as you can see, there's a lot of general fund expenditures proposed or increases proposed, but all the reductions made were in the education trust fund. So it's just really a swap of funding.
Are there any questions on this? Okay, seeing none, could I have a motion to transfer, is it $22,700,000 from the education trust fund to the general fund?
Representative Turcott moves that.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Representative Murna will second it.
Thank you. Okay, Representative Petrie, would you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Murna, yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Okay. Although I didn't identify the amendment numbers, this vote verifies that those amendments have passed. So I want to make sure that we have an understanding of that. Okay, the next item on the, as we move down this page, is funding for the 3 lab positions in safety that were Commissioner Quinn's top priorities to get funded. And Representative Heath, I think you had something that actually identified what it was.
Madam Chair, we did identify, I believe, the 2 in the criminal lab, or the forensic lab, I guess it's called.
Okay,
And then 1 would be, oh, Mickey, help me, I'm forgetting what the position is.
your analysis.
So Andrea has the change sheet there. So these 3 positions are scattered across 3 different accounting units. So one's in the urine CODIS lab, one is in the toxicology lab, and one's in the forensic lab as far as budgeting purposes.
Yeah.
And so you can see those on your screen right now. And down at the very bottom is where you'll see the subtotal. And I do just want to point out that this change does have 2 rows on that previous sheet. So there is a general fund impact and a highway fund impact just because of the nature of these accounting units.
Yes, thank you, Mickey.
Yeah. Thank you, Representative Heath. Don't feel bad. I am. I knew they were someplace in there, but you know what? Mickey always takes care of us. So
Absolutely, thank goodness for Mickey.
yes, isn't that the truth? Okay. Could I have a motion to fund the 3 lab positions in safety?
moved.
Murray, so moved.
Okay. Representative Petrie, was that you also talking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I'll
So-
second that. I think she beat me.
okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Thank you. Representative Petrie, would you please call the roll?
Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Myrna,
Representative Myrna, yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
and Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you very much. Mickey, when we approved 9086, did that take care of this?
It did. So that appropriation will be a House Bill 2 appropriation. So this line is already taken care of.
Well, great. Okay, dual and concurrent enrollment. This is amendment 0988H. And I am proposing that we put $1.5 million into this program for each year. I don't know whether this is the right number or not, but I think this is a high number. But I'm willing to support that. And Mickey, in the amendment, did we indicate that CCSNH could use this for administrative costs if necessary?
Yes, the amendment does say for the purpose of funding and administering the program.
Okay, thank you. Representative Heath.
Madam Chair, I want to thank you. I think you've all probably seen the email that we received from the Chancellor Heward from the community college system. This is one of the most successful programs that serves over 6,000 students. And I am thrilled that we will budget 1.5 million in each year. Thank you very much.
Was that a motion to
Yes,
accept?
it was. I would like
Okay.
to move that we approve the amendment 098888.
Okay, thank you very much.
Second that.
Okay, is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk call the roll, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Murner, yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you very much. The next item is fund the robotics program. At the current time, there is no money in the robotics program. And you heard me say yesterday that dual and concurrent enrollment is a program that I really like. And I believe that the robotics program for the high schools falls into that same category. I know we had not talked about it, but I hope that we can get agreement that the robotics program is essential to our students within the state. So, are there any comments or discussion? Representative Heath.
Madam Chair, I just want to comment on how effective a program it's been over the years. I remember when Dean came and landed his helicopter in Gill Stadium many, many years ago, and I'm pleased to be able to support this amendment. Thank you.
Thank you. Was that a motion to accept?
It was indeed, Madam.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a second, please?
Murray can second.
All right, thank you very much. Are there any further comments? Seeing none, Representative Petrie, would you call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Turcott. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Murner, yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you all. Okay. The next item is to increase the funding. Oh. Okay, Mickey,
Yes.
do we have an amendment to continue to keep the line for CCSNH and UNH separate?
We do, and we'll get, so we've got, if you want to stick to the order of this sheet, we have the student data system, and then the next item does do that.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Do you want
yes.
to come to that now, or do you want to do this deal?
No, we'll do the student information data system software cost. It's not really software cost, it's operational costs, I guess, but that's okay. Call it what we want. We had initially, I think, right, voted to take this money out, or we just were not supportive of it.
It's not currently in the governor's recommended budget, and at first there were really no amendments to add the money. But we had a recent discussion with the department on Monday. And so their initial request was $2 million a year. And we're able to modify that to $1.5 million per year.
Okay. Are there any comments on this, comments or questions from anyone?
Madam Chair, Rep. Turcott.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'll have to vote no on this, not so much that I don't think it's needed. I just simply, being parachuted onto this committee recently, it's just something I don't know enough about to vote in the affirmative. So just so everybody knows, it's not that I don't want it, or I just don't know enough about it. Just so I wanted to get that out there.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other comments, questions? Okay, seeing none. Could I have a motion to put 1.5 million in 22 and 23 into the student information data system costs? Don't all talk at once. Okay, I don't seem to have a motion on that, so we will we'll move on to the next item. Okay, the next item is to increase the funding for the community college and USNH.
So we do have a detailed change sheet for this item, and
Okay,
she had that up and she can pull that back up again. There we go. So currently in the governor's recommended budget, agency number 78 is established as the community college and university system. This motion here would break the community college system and the university system back to their own separate agency code in the operating budget, as well as fund USNH at $88.5 million per year and the community college system at $56 million per year.
okay. And this all, okay, so you said this, so the motion on the floor, I guess, should be approve 0989H. Oh, we did that.
Yeah, we've done 09. So this really is just a House Bill 1 change, and that's that change sheet that's on the screen right now. So these would just be appropriations in the budget document itself. We've already kind of affected this with HB2 with the Representative Turcott amendment, and this would essentially line up the budget with that amendment, as well as change the funding levels for over the biennium increase by $11 million.
Okay, Representative Heath.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, if I understand correctly, that this amendment would level fund both institutions and continue to keep their budgets separate. Is that correct, Madam Chair?
That's certainly my understanding of what 0989 did. And then here, we're actually putting that money into HB1.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would so move that amendment.
Okay,
Murray will second.
all right. So what we're doing is increasing funding to CCSNH and USNH. Okay, Representative Petrie, would you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes no.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Yes, Representative Murner votes yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 6-1 in the affirmative.
Thank you all very much. So,
We do have a couple highway fund related House Bill 1 items. So the 3 lab positions, we've already approved that on row 12 of the tracking document. The next item we have relates to winter maintenance. So as you recall, our highway fund position at this point, through all the actions taken, is about $1.6 million in the deficit from our target of balancing. So this item here to reduce winter maintenance would result in a balanced highway fund budget out of Division 2. And this was a line that had been previously discussed in a work session to change to do so, to balance the budget.
are there any questions? Comments?
Madam Chair,
Yes, please.
just, Mickey, could you clarify that again? What is the impact of this?
So in the budget right now, winter maintenance is kind of funded at a pretty healthy level compared to previous budgets.
Yes.
This item here would reduce winter maintenance appropriations by $875,000 a year of highway fund appropriations. Before you consider this action, the highway fund right now budget in Division 2 is in deficit by about $1.6 million. This was the approach that was discussed earlier in division as an area to take a reduction to be able to balance the highway fund. The Department of Transportation has the authority statutorily and has exercised it many times before to be able to come to fiscal if winters are bad and they do need additional funds above what's budgeted. That was also part of the discussion of why this would be an area to potentially reduce in in budget deliberations.
Thank you, Mickey.
Are there any further questions? One of the things that we have to do, no matter what, is balance all of our different trust funds. Oh, they're not trust funds or whatever, the highway fund, the fish and game, etc. So this was our way of accomplishing that for the highway fund. And hopefully everyone can support this unless Mary's money tree has $1.6 million in it. Right. Representative Murray.
Thank you very much. Can we just reconfirm that transportation is fine with us doing this? And let's pray we don't get another snowstorm in the next 2 months.
Yes, transportation is okay with this. Obviously, they would like us not to do this, but on the other hand, I think it's important that they understand and know that they can go to fiscal if it's needed. Okay, is there anything else that anyone has?
Representative Turcott moves the motion as proposed.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll
Okay.
second. Murray can second.
All right, thank you very much.
That's Murray second.
Representative Petrie, would you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott votes yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Murna vote yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes yes.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes yes.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes yes.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 7-0 in the affirmative.
Thank you very much. Okay.
We do have one final House Bill 1 amendment to consider. Representative Heath has an amendment that would essentially move $2 million per year from the winter maintenance accounting unit at the Department of Safety to mechanical services for the purpose of purchasing fleet equipment. Both of these, it should just be noted, we just took an action on winter maintenance. If this were to be approved too, I just wanted to be clear that they would both be, it'd be an incremental change. It wouldn't, this action wouldn't overwrite what we just did. So I would add the sum of both of these actions when we form the budget for you. As you'll notice on the winter maintenance account presentation on the screen now, it has the same beginning and revise, so it's not updated for the action we just took, but I would merge them together.
Representative Heath.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We hope that you'll consider this amendment. We know that the line item for winter, for the equipment maintenance has been greatly reduced, and this would not fix it, but it would at least help out a little bit. And we'd like to do that for DOT.
Okay, are there any other comments? I would like to say this. Oh, Representative Turcotte, please go ahead.
Why don't you go first, Madam Chair?
Okay. I think everyone knows that Ways and Means was able to find some additional money. And I shouldn't say find, I mean, the revenues have been coming in gangbusters. And so from my position, I would like to see that money, some of that money used to support the equipment requirements and not take any additional out of winter maintenance, because our forecast for road toll and turnpike toll are not that rosy for the next 2 years. I mean, I realize we can go, that the transportation can go to fiscal, but if there's no money there, then it becomes a little difficult for fiscal to approve winter maintenance money. So that's my thought. Let's see, Representative Turcotte, I believe you were first.
I'm all set for now, thank you.
Okay, Representative Heath.
So, Madam Chair, based on what you just said, you said that there are additional funds coming out of Ways and Means, and you would be willing to take 2 million of that funding to put into the line of equipment maintenance. And actually that would do what we had proposed to do. So am I correct on that?
I'm sorry.
So my question is, are you said there additional funding was identified in Ways and Means, and you would be willing to take 2 million of that funding for each year of the biennium and put it into equipment maintenance.
Yes,
And I would withdraw my amendment, Madam Chair, and I would go with what you have recommended. Thank you.
okay, thank you. Representative Murray?
No, I think that was fine with me. I was just going to ask if we had already moved the 2 million out of winter maintenance, wouldn't that have been the 2 million that we put into mechanical services? But I support, if you support what you were doing, if we can get the money from Ways and Means, then let's do that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope so. I'll put it that way. Okay. So, okay, Mickey, where are we?
That concludes House Bill 1 amendments we have. If we jump back over to the House Bill 2 tracker, we still have two amendments to consider that do not have a money impact to them on the state budget. One is the Representative Weiler amendment relative to the school planning committee vacancies. And the other is relative to the charter school lease aid cap from House Bill 521. We discussed both of these yesterday. And I still have those as pending amendments.
Okay. Representative Turcott.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. On the Weiler amendment, I was under the impression that Representative Weiler might come on and actually explain what his amendment meant, because I don't think most of us understood it. I know I didn't.
I concur wholeheartedly. And I asked him to try to be with us at 11. Mickey, is he out there yet?
I don't see him here. We can do the other amendment. What's the number here? 894, and maybe he'll show up here in the next couple minutes to discuss his amendment.
Could you give him a call? I think he's in his office.
Okay.
The 271 number.
Yep.
Okay, so if we could 0894H, okay? This amendment doesn't cost us any money. It is simply allowing the charter schools to come in for lease payments of $50,000. This does not, there's no more money associated with this. It's just that when the requests come in to DOE, then they will be prorated like a lot of other things within the budget or within education. So that's why we are, that's why I'm putting this amendment in, just to allow, I have no idea what the lease costs are broken down by particular charter schools. All this does is if their lease cost is between 30 and 50,000, that they can apply for the money to fund it. Doesn't mean they're going to get it. It just means that that is now the upper limit. So, are there any questions on this? Okay, seeing none. Could I have a motion to approve amendment 0894?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second, Turcott.
Okay, thank you. When you're ready, Representative Petrie, would you call the roll, please?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Turcott,
Representative Turcott, yes.
Representative Petrie votes yes. Representative Murner,
Representative Myrna votes yes.
Representative Lay,
Representative Lay votes no.
Representative Heath,
Heath votes no.
Representative Murray,
Murray votes no.
Representative Umberger.
Representative Umberger votes yes.
Madam Chair, the vote is 4-3. The motion passes.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mickey, next.
I think that's all we have except for the Weiler amendment. And my understanding is he may be on the road home from the State House. So we're trying to track him down to confirm that, but I don't know if he's available.
Okay, well, then I think we need, okay, Representative Heath.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, what about the scholarships? Are we all set? Did we cover that area?
Mhm.
The unique program and
Yes, we did.
we're all set. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
I don't remember what the amendment was, but we had it.
Thank you.
Okay. So I guess that what we still have some cleanup work to do and several other votes that we need to take. And we promised Representative Lynn that he could talk to us tomorrow morning about the court case. So what I would like to do is to recess this session until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And because, and finish up all of the, this one amendment from Representative Weiler and things like Mickey needs the authority to make adjustments, you know, whatever, and to make sure that we're doing all the right things. And what else, Mickey, do you need? Do we need to like, excuse me, we need to vote on each individual budget? Is that correct?
We can, or we can do a block vote for, you know, the agencies that we have in Division 2 and just do a block vote that we're going to accept those budgets as previously amended through the changes we've adopted. So we can do something formal just to kind of close out everything once we know we're done our work.
Okay, so is 10 o'clock tomorrow? It may not, it probably won't be more than half an hour to get all this stuff done. So Representative Murray.
Yeah, thank you. On Monday, there's the presentation, the divisions will be do presentations to the full finance committee is in my calendar.
No, that changed.
Well, and I have my second COVID shot on Monday afternoon. So I'm just wondering how that fits in because I had that in my calendar. I'm wondering, it doesn't, we're not voting on that. So it doesn't seem like I need a sub or am I going to need a sub for whatever we do on Monday?
We're not having anything on Monday. Okay, if I understood correctly, Tuesday is the excuse me, is full finance to discuss the budget at 10 o'clock. Is that right, Mickey? Don't shake your head.
I honestly don't know. I know as of about 10 o'clock this morning, I know they were still trying to work the schedule because we do have a lot of bills to exec as well. I think there's 10 bills the committee has to exec to before our deadline, in addition to House Bill 1 and 2. So I think most of, except for one, is retained anyways, but we still have to formally do that as a full committee. So I think Janet was still scheduling next week, last I heard. So I haven't seen any fixed dates or times.
Okay, do we need a motion to retain SB 82? How do we dispose of that?
No, well, we haven't officially started work on that in House Finance yet. That bill's been referred to us, but we still have to have a public hearing on it before it even comes to division. At some point, since we adopted the amendment with the language from Senate Bill 82 into House Bill 2, you'd probably just want to retain that bill when it does eventually make its way to us. But I think we're still a little early on Senate Bill 182 because we still have to have a public hearing.
Okay,
So that one we won't have to worry about for crossover. That'll be a post-crossover bill we deal with.
okay. I see that Janet Clayman has raised her hand. Maybe she can, you could bring her up and she'll have all the latest info. Hi, Janet.
Hear me.
You
Hang
wanna-
on. Here I am.
Good.
I was just listening to you talk about Monday, and it's my understanding right now, I'm still waiting for confirmation from Representative Weiler, but it looks like Monday is going to be, Monday morning would be when you could work on all those retained bills that you still need to exec out. And you've got one that is House Bill 600 from Division 3, which that one came out ought to pass as amended, but all the other bills are retained. And then it looks like the
Wait.
afternoon. you would
Just
be
a minute,
going-
just a minute. 600? You said that was Division 2?
No, 3, House Bill.
Oh, okay,
House Bill 600, Division 3. Yeah.
okay.
No, don't worry. You don't have another bill that you didn't know about. But I'm told, like, so then that would be Monday morning, and then Monday afternoon, you go into talking about House Bill 1 and House Bill 2. That would be the briefing by the divisions to the full committee. And then Tuesday looks like it will be a work day for LBA and OLS to work on developing the combined budget amendments. And then what I have is then Wednesday, the 31st would be the continued exec session on House Bill 1 and House Bill 2. So like I said, right now I'm waiting for confirmation from Representative Weiler. I did just try to call him about the amendment he has in Division 2, but he didn't pick up his phone and his mailbox is full, so I couldn't leave him a message.
Yes, I tried that as well.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was just sending him an email when I heard you discussing not having to work on Monday, but I think it looks like that's because that suggestion was sent to Aaron and the speaker, and he approved. I think he thought that scheduling was fine. So
okay, so that's a change from
Yeah.
yesterday.
yeah, but like I said, I haven't heard. I kind of, before I put anything in the calendar, I'd really like to have Representative Weiler say, yes, this is what we're doing. I don't want to just presume that I'm going to just schedule people. So.
Okay,
Okay.
so Monday and Wednesday.
Yes, correct.
Will there be voting on Monday? Do I need to worry about a sub, or will there be any, is Monday a listening day or a voting day?
I think it's from my notes that I have from Mr. Kane, it looks like it's just briefing. Like, it doesn't look like there's any voting, but I don't know. I mean, I can't confirm that. Well, actually, hang on, because it does say the divisions will present the recommendations to the full committee. LBA is then directed to draft the official amendments for House Bill 1 and 2 for committee vote. So I guess that would mean that you would be voting on certain things and then giving it to the LBA. What do you think?
Yeah, usually usually what we do is each division will present their budget package, the House Bill 1 changes and the Division 2 or House Bill 2 amendments, and the committee will vote to adopt those amendments. So we'll go around and adopt House Bill 1 and 2 for Division 1, same for Division 2, Division 3. Then our office will go back and actually string everything together to be basically one House Bill 2 and one House Bill 1. And then that's the official vote on Wednesday in this case. So there probably would be votes on the amendments Monday.
Would that be finished in the morning? My shot isn't until the afternoon, so I'm wondering, I
But-
guess,
By the sounds of it, Janet, is that the plan for the afternoon, is to get into House Bill 1 and 2, and Monday morning would be on the other bills?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how long it'll take to do those 10 bills. I mean, they were all retained except for one, but that's not my, I don't know. So when I spoke with Mr. Kane, he said, yeah, you'd have to start at 9 o'clock on Monday morning and take care of all the bills that are in your possession and then move on to House Bill 1 and House Bill 2. So,
I don't think there's anything controversial in the bills that have been retained.
right. So maybe you could move into House Bill 1 and House Bill 2 at 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, if it only takes about an hour to take care of those retained bills.
The roll calls will be the most time-consuming part of that.
Yeah, I would think. Okay. So I guess, Kate, Representative Murray, the answer to that is that you might want to have somebody or you talk to Mary Jane and see what her preference is on that. It's, in division, I would have told you, yes, go ahead and get a sub, but I can't speak for how.
when you don't know how long it's take, I'm fine in the morning, but my shots, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we do not give up our shots, do we?
Absolutely not.
All right, we'll
Absolutely.
discuss that and we'll certainly let you know whether or not I need a sub.
Okay.
Thank you.
Janet, thank you so much. That all that does is stir the pot. And, so, yeah, that's okay. I guess we'll all flip a coin. To the best of my knowledge, those sessions are going to not be totally Zoom. So if, I don't know. I'll try to get some clarification before tomorrow. I'll send another email out and see if Representative Weiler reads his email. So, okay, Representative Heath.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. Just I wanted to make sure that on those sessions, they may not be virtual, or are they going to be kind of a hybrid?
I think, okay, and that's just me, that they will be hybrid, but I'm not positive. I don't know that that decision has been made by Representative Weiler. I don't know.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, but if they are hybrid, the Finance Committee will meet in Reps Hall. And so that will be, fully spaced out and all of that. So I would hope that if you can, that you would attend, only so that I can actually say hello instead of through this Zoom stuff. So, but anyhow, I guess we'll, no, Representative Lay, are you going to be with us tomorrow?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Okay.
Representative Bucco is coming back tomorrow.
Oh, okay, great.
He joins
great.
us.
Yeah. And Representative Murner, I know that you will not be with us tomorrow morning because Representative Lynn has promised us a briefing on the court case. So thank you very much, both of you, for being here with us, and we'll press on from here. And so I think we'll recess until tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And hopefully we can finish up all of our work then.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. I'll take
Yeah.
care.
Hey, Mickey,
Aye.
Mickey, could you give me a call?
Sure. Sure.
Thanks.